Hello friends, welcome to video 03 of Public Administration paper 2. We are discussing Arthashastra of Kautilya. So Arthashastra has defined duties of king. What are the duties? First duty is Rakshana or Palana, as already told. So that is protection of subjects and their property. All the people which reside in the kingdom, they should be protected. And then second duty is Yogashema. Yogashema means idea of welfare, well-being and prosperity. So this you should always write Yogashema in your any question which says about the moral, which asks about the moral perspectives of Kautilya. And yoga means successful accomplishment of an object, and shema means peaceful enjoyment of that object. So this together performs well-being or prosperity or happiness. And then again Kautilya gave this particular statement: in the happiness of subjects lies the happiness of king, and what is beneficial to the subjects is beneficial for him. So you should know Yogshem and Palana, and then you can write good answer. And then third duties of king is that he should take active part in war and administration of justice. He should deliver justice as well as participate in war. And then fourth duty is appointment of public officials, and it is duty as well as sole authority of king only. He only appoints public officials. And then fifth is codes of regulation, dharma, niyama, issued by him. So he should himself issue some codes or rules, and then he should follow those rules as well as all his subjects. And then Setu Bandh, that is building of bridges and irrigation, that is welfare activity. Then another duty is Vraj, that is providing pastures for livestock. So he should take care of livestock of the society. Then Vanik Path, that is opening trade routes. Then Khani, that is working of mines. So you can see that all the normal governmental aspects of right now modern day democratic governments or any government, they are all included in the ancient king system also, that he's taking care of mines, forest and pastures and everything. Welfare state was there. So but the rule is paternalistic rule. Whatever king decides, that is final, and he defines what is the well-being of the society. Then 10th duty is protection of varnas, and this is very important because you know that there was a social order in which the people were divided into 4 varnas, and that varnas were based on allocation of work profile. Means Brahmins were used to only teach as well as learn, Kshatriyas used to defend the country or participate in army, then Vaishyas used to trade, Shudras used to do agriculture as well as other normal activities, artisan activities. So it was totally dependent on their work. But later it got twisted. You know that during Gupta period, that is just after 1000 years from this Ashoka's period, the total society changed, and this caste system became very much rigid, and Brahmanas, they totally controlled the society. So these are some of the aspects. So that time also protection of varnas was there, and Vedic social order, that is only for order and not theocracy. Theocracy means rule of religion. So religion's rule was not important. The most important thing was that the people, if they are in a particular varna, they should do their duties. And then this another duty of king is that take care of aged, minors and those in distress, welfare state. You know that article 41 of Indian constitution, that is a DPSP, also says that Indian state should take care of the people who are old, disabled as well as vulnerable. So again this concept is of welfare state. Then Dand. What is Dand? Dand is that punishment, use of force, coercive power, and that is symbol of ruler's authority. Ruler, how he will show his authority? If someone defies him, then he will punish it. It's like contempt of court in modern times. And used with extreme restraint. Punishment should not be as a matter of daily incident. It should be used in restraint. Why? Because it may lead to public anger, that is cope, if used improperly. So public may become very angry, and there are also 2 forms of public anger, that is atusta, that is discontented public, and then apakarita. Apakarita means disaffected. Public just stops caring at all about the ruler, and then they may go against the ruler. Say for example in Kashmir, if those people are like apakarita, they are not totally loving the nation or India, that is separatist, they just want to